Well, I decided to make a second guitar for Great Guitar Build-Off 2021. My sister and niece, my niece just had some twins. They're almost 2 years old. We haven't been able to see them at their first birthday because of COVID, but we were planning to go to their second birthday coming up, and they asked if I could bring a guitar to let them start, hearing some music and live music and playing with a guitar. And they're too young for amplified music, so that left only my Martin, and I'm not taking that up there for 2-year-olds to drool on, beat on, pull the strings off, that sort of thing. So I thought it'd be nice to have a travel guitar, and I know Martin makes a nice travel guitar, and it's only a couple $100, but I thought I should make one. And if I make one, I might as well film it and show you what I'm doing. It's going to be kind of a weird guitar. Probably end up sounding somewhere between a banjo and a ukulele, so maybe it's a banjolele, I'm not sure. We'll see how it comes out. Do a few interesting things along the way and see what happens. Well, I finished the drawing for the travel guitar, and what I decided to come up with was Martin travel guitar is a really nice guitar, under $300. But I like guitars, so I might as well make one of those. That being said, we can't just have a regular guitar, so the most obvious choice was to combine the Martin travel guitar style with Crow's 2020, the initial build of the Duke Explorer. So that's an obvious combination to come up with. So. A little closer. My full scale drawing of my exploring travel guitar. We'll see how that works out. Travel guitar also has a 24-inch scale, so it's kind of a non-standard scale, but one of the things you can do is I've got a fretboard here I've already done for 25.5-inch scale. And if you look at the charts, you'll find that if you lose the first fret is 1.431 inches. So if you lose that, you end up with a scale of 24.07 off the first fret. .07 inch scale. Here's the final glue up for the travel guitar. And just going down, make sure I've got there's 2 flat sides here, and I'm going to make sure the top is on my joiner. Square. Here's the jig again for making the headstock angle. I use at least to get it started. So it's just clamped on here at the angle, which I can set. This is on a pivot here. So you can, that's whatever you want. Line it up so I make my mark where I want my headstock to be. That tells me where the end of the angle is right here. And I'm going to line that up with the base of the jig, which goes right along the saw blade. And then I'm going to cut it all off. Actually, Got lucky there with the blade, went all the way through, so now I've got that nice angle there. Clean that up a little bit with a block plane and ready to go. Got the neck line cut for the side profile. Truss rods mounted in. Gonna need some ears on that. Next I've got it marked, and I'm going to cut the side-to-side profile, and then I'll be ready to put the fretboard on it, add the wings, and see where we get to. Here we have the fingerboard glued on, roughly the shape. Now we'll just turn it on the router to fit the neck, and should be good to go. Good. Kind of see that. Figuring that will be the back. It's redwood. Recovered redwood. Plan is to use this board like kind of like Big Crow did in his 2020 challenge build beginning of last year. So I'm going to, as you can see, I've cut all the little fiddly bits and sides and struts and all kinds of stuff like that out of the redwood, and I'm just clamping them up a few pieces at a time, make sure they're straight and everything. It's just a lot of little teeny pieces and angles and all that stuff to try to get right, but we're working on it. We'll get there. Here's the start of the box. The guitar, the body. Got the end on, nice curved. Now, two main sides are on. I need to make these up here, but now all of these are going to have angles on them. So I figured the best way to make those is doing it here with just the block plane and a little. Wood's pretty soft, goes pretty quick. So we'll just do that to get our job done. Standard acoustic type bridge and all that sort of thing. So, don't know, we'll see. So, put in some supports here inside. It's don't want it to be too flimsy, although the top will help support some too. There's the sound hole cut out, just a finger hole saw for that. I'll trim that out along the lines pretty close and ready to glue it on the bottom. The top on. Yes, I made a box with holes in it. Congratulations. I'll get out some material now to get ready to put the neck together. See how that goes. Well, after the router and a little work with the chisel to take out the corner. I got my neck. I don't have it fretted or anything. I'm going to have it all fit. Body sanded. And I have the bridge sanded, so I'm ready to put that in. Got the neck glued in. Frets are all dressed and everything, so bridge made a nice connection there, so we should be able to get something reasonable out of this in the not too distant future. So it's time to put a little oil on this thing, see what it looks like. This redwood's going to take a lot of oil though. Just finishing up a little buffing on this by hand. I've got some Aberlon pads. I'm up to 2,000 right now. I may stop there. I don't know. I kind of like the satin finish there. Here's a tip if you need a little tiny scraper. Take one of these safety razor blades like that and just burnish a burr on it. Now it's got a little burn. Now you got a nice little tiny scraper for those tiny little areas you have to get into. Like around here. So, a little effort. Pretty good. I finished my second guitar for GGBO2021. Let's see how this merger came out. Well, here it is. The Exploring Travel Guitar. Probably the weirdest thing I've ever done. I will say this, it did come out sounding like a banjolele, like I thought it might. And, but that's okay. It finished it now for a couple of weeks. It's stayed in tune. It's the body is really gorgeous, as you can see. The top is pretty. The wood I used was cherry maple with a walnut stripe down the middle. This was the reclaimed redwood, some spruce. Pau Ferro fretboard, Pau Ferro for the bridge. So let's see what we can do there. Well, I think I'm going to have to learn something else besides Pete Townsend for this. So I guess I better go start practicing songs for young children. Oh well. See you next time.